Sorry about the mess, I just didn't know where to go. Alright, so let's switch up gears a little bit. But before we do that, again, it looks like I'm going to keep on saying thank you to everybody the whole night, but I also wanted to extend my greatest thank you to not only the guy who runs Sports Trends and makes us visible or brings us onto the map, but this one gentleman who has been covering cricket, especially in Canada, for quite a bit, for quite long. And it goes without saying that without his support to Canada cricket, whether it's our Canadian national team or it's our local tournaments, different boards that we have over here, he covers everything from a media perspective, from an editorial perspective, Mr. Edward Norfolk. So really, truly do appreciate all the support that he has. Alright, so I mentioned that we're going to switch gears a little bit. So let's reach out to some of the players who are sitting over here. I see so many different talent over here. All are fit, by the way, except for Asad Bhai. But yeah, so let's start with the team manager. You know it was coming to you, right? So the mic is coming to you. So I'm just going to ask you a quick question. And then you could answer. So Dean is our team manager. So he's going to be... Stay away from the...
No, turn it off.
Alright, sorry about that, man. So yeah, Dean is our team manager. He's going to be helping the entire team, managing the entire team over here. Dean knows everything. Literally, he knows everything. For example, Dean, where's the tournament starting?
I don't know the answer to that.
Alright, just a few words of encouragement from Dean as well as a team manager. Dean, how do you envision managing this entire team of seniors? Very difficult to talk to, by the way. They're past 50. It's not going to be easy for them to listen to you. So how are you going to manage them?
Well, it's going to be easy and it's going to be difficult in my opinion. The good part of it is, we all have mature players. They know their games, they know their strengths, they know their weaknesses. The difficult part would be probably making all of us gel together, but I don't see that as a problem because we are dealing with a bunch of highly committed as well as very mature individuals. So I don't see a downside to it.
Excellent, thank you, Dean. Alright, so Dean's done. What about Farooq Bhai? Farooq Bhai is our coach. Coach slash player onto this tour. Not only is coaching the seniors who are en route to this World Cup, but he coaches juniors as well. So under 19 and under 19 teams, he's an official coach there. So not only he's going to bring all of that expertise on board from a cricketing perspective, but from a management perspective as well. He knows exactly what needs to be done from a fitness perspective, minus Asad Bhai, to get everybody in shape. These guys have been practicing since the past couple of months. Huge thank you again to Yashi Sports for sponsoring those practices, but Coach K, also known as Coach K, right? So Coach K has been working fairly closely with everyone, so a few words of encouragement from his work.
I'd just like to thank everybody for supporting us. For the last 3 months, we've been practicing really hard, and I just give a lot of credit for the guys, my teammates, their commitment, their passion for the game, and their desire to compete. We have covered everything so far, but it's still a little bit ways to go. Physically and mentally, we are there. But in the game in Australia, we're going to see our strength, how we're going to last there. But overall, I'm happy so far with the performance that we are experiencing.
Thank you very much. Alright, so let's switch gears again. So now I'd like to call upon one by one all the dignitaries over here to receive a little token of appreciation. But before I do that, I'd like to call upon the entire management team of Canadian Senior Cricket Association, starting with Talal Bhai. Talal Bhai, can I please have you over here? Asad Bhai, Vice President of the association, can I please have you here? Adnan Khan, can I please have you over here? Zulfikar Khan, can I please have you over here? Kamran Nabi, can I please have you over here? One of the membership, one of the executives as well as players on to this tournament, Mahmood Ahmed, can I please have you over here? Funny thing is, I just remembered that there's an Indian show called Hum Saath Saath Hain. So we were a team of 7, and I was just, this song was just coming in my mind. Hum Saath Saath Hain. A team of 7 strong people, so a huge round of applause for this entire team. Without whom this association would not have been possible. So thank you for your support all the way. And with that, I'd like to call upon Gokul from BEDCL to come over, please. And can I get all of the management over here, please? Management, please stay here. And present the token of appreciation to Mr. Gokul Khan from BEDCL. And then where is that token of appreciation?
You're standing right in front of my camera.
Sorry about that. Perhaps I called upon Mr. Gokul Kamath too quickly. Alright Gokul, we're gonna hook you up in a second here. But in the meantime, I'd like to call upon Mr. Ranjit Chaudhary of Hamilton Cricket League to come and receive a token of appreciation from the management. Yes, you, Mr. Ranjit Chaudhary.
Good evening, everyone. I'm really surprised, and I just said to Tawad that we are here to appreciate and wish you all the best. We are not here to get appreciated, but really appreciate that. And we have played with, I think I have played with most of you guys. So I'm very happy for you, and I'm sure, and I'm very confident you guys are going to do really well. Wish you all the best. Have fun. That is the most important part. So enjoy yourself. You got this opportunity. In the course of enjoyment, I'm sure you're going to be successful and make us proud as well. So all our 50 guys, all the executives, all the people running and involved in cricket, wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
The management team stays here. So now with that, since we had Hamilton Cricket League, let's call upon Toronto District Cricket League. So Mr. Mohammed Sheikh, can I please have you up over here?
Thank you, Bharat. I'd just like to reiterate everybody else's sentiments and wish you guys all the best. For many of you, you're no strangers to World Cups. I see all these faces who represented Canada already on the big stage. Now you're on an even bigger stage. So do what you guys do best. Make Team B, because that's where you've all played, and Canada proud. Congratulations, guys.
All right, thank you. So, keeping it on the same pace, let's call upon the president of BDCL. So, Mr. Prem Prasad, he's the president of Cricket Ontario. My apologies. Can I please have you, sir?
Hey guys, thanks for having me. First, congratulations to the 16 members who made it out of 78. At Cricket Ontario level, we do that every year with the juniors. So congratulations for making the team. And I'm gonna correct my friend Mo. Most of these boys that I know started playing with BDCL and retired playing with BDCL. They're all here. So I'm gonna correct him on that one. So to all of you, seriously, Asad, Mahmoud, Krish, all of you guys and the rest of the guys that I don't know very well, congratulations for coming this far. And we will be following your games as long as they're on the internet. And we wish you all the best. And we hope that when you do come back, you are coming back as winners. And that's what we all will be hoping for. So, as Iqbal said, you're over 50. You're playing against guys who are actually playing over 50 cricket on a regular basis. So go there, do your best, and as your president says, we're going to surprise them. That's your trump card. Play that they don't know you play all the time. They think that you'll be a pushover. Go on that field and show them that you got the talent to compete, and you will compete to be winners. So congratulations, have a good time.
Mr. Prem Prasad, ladies and gentlemen, a huge supporter of the Canadian Seniors Cricket Association, so really, truly do appreciate your support. Let's change gears a little bit. Let's go to the youth side of the things. So I'd like to call upon Mr. Hassan Mirza, who represents the college level or university level cricket. He runs his own league and specifically Ryerson folks, so he could talk a little bit about it when he's up over here. But Hassan Mirza.
And thank you to Senior Association. I would like to put a motion on the floor. I'm not happy with the name. We have a bunch of youngsters here, so senior does not go with them. But no, seriously, good luck to you all. I have played with some of you, and I have no doubt that you guys will put a good show. So good luck to all, and good to see family here supporting all of you. Thank you so much.
So that's the guy who represents the youth from a league perspective. Now let's call upon the guy who represents all the corporate folks. So people who work for Accenture, people who work for TD, RBC, you name it. Mr. Farhan Khan, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much. I think pretty much everything has been covered by my esteemed colleagues. I just want to wish you the best. Like everyone said, and I will echo the same sentiments. I have played with many of you, and I have no doubt that with the talent that you have on the team, you will bring it up home. And at the minimum, you're going to give them a pretty good fight. So all the power in the back and good luck.
Thank you, Farhan, and thank you, the leadership team of Canadian Seniors Cricket Association. I'll take it from here. You should cover everybody, right? All right, so we found trophy for Gokul. We were having a hard time But can I call upon everybody, please, all the way. Actually, let's just have Talal Bhai and Asad Bhai to give the plaques to Gogo. Thank you.
Thank you both. I must admit, I see a very young bunch out here, and congratulations to all of you who got selected. I'm sure you'll go proud, but let me say a couple of things here. One is, if anybody here thinks that we are dreaming to win the World Cup, then I'll counter that by saying that you're thinking too small. So think big, go big, because especially when you start playing for each other, and you don't really worry about who's getting the credit. In that sense, there is no limits to what you can achieve. So just play for each other, because teammates actually inspire each other not by showing how amazing they are, it's by showing how amazing their teammates are. So play for each other, have fun, enjoy, and bring us both back that cup. All the best.
So here we have very important people, the people who represent the Toronto Police Cricket team, and they played some games with us in Lahore, right, last year. So we're going to invite Amir Bhatt, the Vice President of Toronto Police Cricket team. On the right. Check one. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Toronto Police Cricket Club, it's a great honor and privilege to be here. And when I look on my right, I see almost 800 plus years of experience together. So congratulations to Talal Bhai and Asad Bhai for putting up this great team together. And you've got success at different levels from the point of view that I see. Being a police officer and from part of the community, I see that not only that we have success of putting this team together, not only organizing this event is a success, but the bigger success is that when I look at the table, you've got people from different communities that you've put together in this team. So that's a bigger success for all of you. So I congratulate you on that one, and I also look forward, and I'm very I know that your team is very capable. You've got players like your Mani Baisa. I've seen him in action not too long ago. So I look forward that you guys will bring us and make us proud. So on behalf of the Toronto Police Cricket Club, myself and Marshall, we would like to present this little token of, in recognition of your efforts and to promote the cricket within Canada.
Alright, so I'm going to switch up gears a little bit again, since I'm such a good runner. We have a player amongst us who was chosen in 16. This guy was not part of the regular trials that we had. By the way, we had over 50 folks showing up for trials. And it was a great experience for me to be there, to have a look at all of these guys, what they do. Some of them I knew from before, some of them I had absolutely no idea. So it was a really good turnout. But this one gentleman, The reason why he was not able to come for the trials was because he is based out of Dubai. He's a Canadian citizen, but he works in Dubai. But we knew him. We knew that what his capabilities are. Primarily because some of the folks on our team, they have played with him back in Pakistan. Quite a good player. He's a nice keeper. He likes to keep up on the wickets. So a cutthroat player. Every now and then he keeps posting his scorecards and his cricket videos and his gym videos into the group to show how fit he is, how into the game he is. So we all got convinced that this is the guy that we want to tour with in this tournament. This guy last week, just so he could participate with the team, last week he flew all the way from Dubai to practice with the team on a Saturday. Just for that one practice he came all the way. Then this guy, crazy guy, cricket crazy guy, went to Seattle for work purposes, went back to Dubai, and now he's here again for this kickoff, for this send-off. So huge round of applause to this guy, his commitment, his love for cricket, Mr. Rafi Umar. A few words, please. You deserve it.
Thank you, Ahmed, and I really appreciate the way he's along with my traveling. Anyways, because when you're with the team, you have to do whatever the team is doing, and being part of a very good team, very energetic team, I was putting my things just to tell them that I'm also on. I'm also on, and just that was the reason. And I'm very happy and to be part of a team which is a multicultural team. I always wanted to play with a team of different cultures. So I'm happy and I wish ourselves to be best team in the World Cup. And that's all I have to say.
Thank you so much. Rafiullah is a huge talker as well, by the way. He has so many things to say from a coaching perspective, from a cricketing perspective, from an experience perspective. I'm surprised that he just kept it to less than 1 minute. So thank you. So so his role in the team is a wicket-keeper batsman. Speaking of wicket-keepers, I think we have a couple of more wicket-keepers in the side. One of which has played Test cricket representing Canada, I believe. He's not here right now. I think he's gone to get a drink or something. But the other keeper that we have, this guy, he at one point in time owned his own cricket ground in Waterloo. And that cricket ground is actually positioned in Cricinfo's website as well as one of the best grounds in Canada. Boggles my mind that I never got to play on that ground. These guys have, some of these guys have, but I never did, probably because I don't play that sort of that level of cricket over here. But this guy is an avid cricketer, excellent keeper, and excellent top order batsman. Can I please have you up over here, Mr. Oasis?
Thank you. But I've got to start off by saying that I need to make one correction. It was not my cricket ground, it's my brother's cricket ground. Okay. And unfortunately, it just got sold, closed, and it will no longer be a cricket ground. We tried for 3 years to find a cricketer to buy it, but because of the location, we just weren't able to do that. I did want to also just mention a couple things regarding the team. About the team and just the process we had to go through. I played cricket with a lot of the guys over the years, going back into the 80s, and I have to tell you, the cricket in Canada in the 80s was pretty damn good. We were top 10 in the world at that point, so I know the capabilities of a lot of the guys that played here, and that's why Imbraham that we own got started, because when we were finished off playing all that top level cricket, we wanted to have a spot where we can actually continue the game the way the game was meant to be played. And that's what we did at Imbraham for about 24 years, right? Speaking about the tournament, one thing I just wanted to say is that we are the underdogs. A lot of people are not expecting very much from us. I don't think the pressure is on us. We just need to go, we just need to play and do what we're capable of, and I think we'll surprise a lot of people. All right, thanks for everybody coming out. Thanks for all the support.
Thank you very much. Now I would like to call to the stage someone that's very near to my heart, my mother-in-law, and her name is Farhina Khan, and she's also Asad Uncle's wife. So, Auntie, let her just get her speech. Give her a round of applause, everyone. She's worked very, very hard.
Thank you, Pagya. Okay, good evening, everyone. And first of all, thank you so very much to be here. I mean, we worked really very hard. And where is Farooq? I think I made his life hell for the last 2 weeks. Every morning I called him, every night I called him, and he told me, "Bhabhi, bas pitai mat karwaiega." मैंने कहा नहीं, पिटाई नहीं होगी तुम्हारी. Most of all, you know me, but those who don't know me, I am Asad's better half. And before I begin, I would like to call up my two co-hosts, Salma and Gol. Please, Gol. Gol. Without them, this event would have never been put together. Everything that you see here, including decorations, centerpieces, favors, was coordinated by these two. I just did the bug all the time, but these are the hard workers. Come on, guys, come on. And a very special thank you for Shazia, who made the delicious cake that will be served later. Shazia, please, can you stand up for us, please? Okay. First of all, I would like to thank I'm sorry. Salma is the captain's wife. And Gol is Hanoon's wife. And I have my thanks to Humayun also. And a very special thank you to Farooq, making this event a reality. As I go back in time, some 20 years, one Friday afternoon, Asad came back from his Friday prayer. And he entered the house smiling and extremely happy. He told me he met a college friend of his, Mahmood. He answered with a huge grin. Believe me, it was a grin. And I asked why. And he replied me, I can play cricket again in Canada. Since then, no matter whether it was a birthday party, family picnics, or gatherings, there was always one sentence, "Yaar, mera to game hai, tum dekh lo." So Team Canada, our very best wishes and good luck, as you all are very passionate and have worked very hard for this World Cup. So go Canada, go. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much. Yaar, mera to game hai, tum dekh lo. Deja vu, I keep on saying that as well, week after week in my life. Man, I have my own game. You do whatever you want to do in English, for example. All right, so we have amongst us one of our sponsors. And this gentleman has been our sponsor for a very long time. Every single thing that we do, whether it's a tournament from a Canadian Seniors Association's perspective, or it's this tournament that we're attending, or if it's a tour that we do every now and then, this guy is always up there to support us in every way, shape, or form he can. Mr. Nasir Mahmood of Yashi Sports, one of the best indoor practice cricketing facilities in GTA. So thank you so much for your support, and I think I'll be here for 2 seconds. He just actually came back from Australia. He was a supplier of the Kookaburra ball that's primarily being used in TND. So he's a main supplier of that. So there was a big convocation that happened just recently in Australia. So he was there. I should stop talking, I guess.
Why is he not going?
Is he going? Nasir bhai, stay here, stay here. So yeah, I was saying that he was there and he kept on sending us pictures from there as well in our WhatsApp group that guys, it's cold, or guys, it's hot, guys, bring your shorts, guys, bring your jackets, so on and so forth. As soon as he says, guys, bring our jackets, the roof goes on in the group that, oh my god, we have to arrange for jackets? What kind of color? What kind of fit? Large, small, extra large, whatever. So it's, you know, you have to deal with that kind of stuff when you're dealing with seniors. But yeah, with that, I'd like to say thank you again for being part of our journey so far, and we hope that it stays as is. We'll try and contribute as much as we can from our organization's perspective, and we hope that it goes both ways. With that, just a few words, Manubhai, from you.
It's just a pleasure to have a little bit contributions as a sponsor. These guys are really hard at watching them in the last 2 weeks. And I feel very well. I have a good business.
Thank you, Manubhai. There was a question that was asked just a few minutes ago that why Nasir bhai is not going to Australia with us. There's a reason why. He was our first choice to go as a batsman. He's a crazy, crazy batsman. He hits centuries at will. The only reason why he's not in the selected 16 is because a couple of months, 49.8 months, months, 49.8 months younger than becoming a 50-year-old gentleman. So just because of the age factor, he was not able to join. Otherwise, it would have been a pleasure to have him in the side. Next time. Speaking of next tournament is happening in 2020. So we'll be looking forward to that as well, hopefully, if you were selected at that point in time, because I don't know, these guys might be interested again. And it's in South Africa, by the way, so just an FYI with everybody. So thank you, Nasir bhai, for your support again. Thank you. All right, so let's switch gears again. Let's go back to the players. Let's introduce you guys to all these different players over here that we have. We spoke about wicket keeping. Let's talk about our batting unit. We have one guy over here who always keeps smiling no matter what. And while he smiles, he scores big runs. I had an opportunity to play with him in one of the best grounds in GTA today, besides the Waterloo one. It's the Toronto Curling Club, so I played with him over there as well, and I saw his batting for the first time. He apparently plays with Centurions, and he makes a good score. He represents the top level cricket that's being played through Centurions as well. Great, great team. Been there for quite some time now. So I'd like to call upon Mr. Brian Rajdarai to please come up over here and say a few words. And I'm just being told that he played first class cricket as well, so pretty senior and experienced gentleman.
Thank you, Wyatt. Anyway, thank you very much for coming here today and supporting us in sports training and all the sponsors being with us. It's a great opportunity to play in this tournament, and with the players that we have, we have a good caliber of players, and we have a very good combination, and I'm sure that we will do very well in the tournament. That's for sure. And we are very confident, and we have a very strong leader. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. Please keep smiling. All right, so the next batsman, this guy, I saw him again. I played with him, not against him, with him. Thankfully, not against him, at the same venue where Brian was playing. And I think this guy came either one down or he opened up with Brian, but he scored big runs as well. And I was like, I was in awe. The guys who we were playing against, they had some youngsters in the side as well from Toronto Curling Club, and these guys just butchered them. So without further ado, let me call upon Mr. Vishan to please come over and say a few words.
Thank you, management of the Canada Senior Spirit Association for giving us this opportunity. I think we have a superb side. We are going to be we are going to spring a few surprises. A lot of good talent in the bowling department. I'm sure if we can pull our socks up and get a good score, I'm sure we are going to spring a few surprises. Let's go there and get them, boys.
Thank you, Vishal. Alright, so this guy, I haven't seen him, I myself haven't been to any of these practices, bad on me, but I haven't seen him performing myself, but I was part of the selection team, so we all know what he's capable of. So without further ado, I'd like to call upon Mr. Ravi to please come up and say a few words.
Thank you very much. First of all, I'd like to thank the management team and the coachman and the sponsors and the Cricket Canada and the rest of the management for giving us the opportunity to take part in this tournament. Like my teammate said, we are going to surprise quite a few teams, and I'm quite sure that we will be in the finals and bring the cup. And like I said, Vishal, the batting team, we are a well-balanced side, and the bowling side, we are very balanced. So I'm looking forward to this tournament. Thank you very much.
Thank you. It is indeed a very balanced team, and just like chess, whenever you make a move, you seem to have a backup to that move as well, and that's the reason why we have 3 wicketkeepers going onto the tournament. We have so many different pacers going onto this tournament, plus batsmen. So it's a very good unit. If and when they play together, there is no doubt in my mind that they'll win every single game out there. So without further ado, I'd like to call upon Mr. Shanta to please come up and say a few words as a batsman.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Firstly, thanks to Sports Train, thanks to the management team, the big unit, thanks for this awesome gathering. I've been on a few tours with the Canadian team, but we haven't had this before, so maybe the folks here can take cheers. And it's so ironic, the first time that I toured the Nepal League, my first captain, Mr. Farooq Kirmani, and hopefully this is not my last tour. It's so ironic, 30 years later we're going on a tour again. It's fantastic. To our boys, we have all the talent, we have all the skill. It's all about we can apply ourselves, take maximum use of our capabilities. We can definitely bring this to the forward, and we will. Thanks again for everybody, for being here, and thanks for your support. That was you. Thank you.
Thanks, Shanta. All right, let's switch up gears. Let's bring our bowlers. One of the craziest pacers that I have seen, all the way from the selection to the game as well. He again, remember.
I think I looked around and got whiplash when you said extreme pace. It could be the me. Anyways, thank you very much to everyone who put on a fabulous evening. To all the dignitaries that are here. I think not only we can surprise people, I've never played a game, whether it's a competitive game or a pickup game, any type of social game to lose. We're going to win, and that's it. We've been looking forward to this for a long time. Some of the guys who toured with me have not played for Canada. I don't know what we did. We never stopped playing cricket. This event came along, and we really never thought we'd get a chance. And we're going to make the most of it. I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to not only playing, I'm looking forward to winning. We have to have that type of mentality over there. We got to be not only disciplined, but we go in there to win. We're not going there to have fun. We go in there to win. So good luck to everyone. Thank you for everyone for all your support, and looking forward to going to Australia and bringing back that cup. Thank you very much.
So they say they hunt in pairs. So the other guy, who seems to hunt with him, crazy guy, he has a crazy pace as well. He works, his work ethic from a cricketing perspective is out of this world. This guy has so much energy in him that it boggles my mind that he, I tend to question myself whether or not he is 50 or he is 49, 48, 40. He looks so young whenever he's out there trying to bowl his art out. Without further ado, I'd like to call upon Mr. David Mohammed, right? David, two words.
Thank you guys for being here. Thanks to management for having us. Guys, we are here for a team. This no longer is a team. This is family. Right? These are my brothers. Right? That's how we are going to play. We're going to play for one another. And we are going to bring this country home. We are going to surprise them. And I'll tell you something. After this World Cup, everyone is going to say, those guys are not underdogs. We will see the champions coming out of Canada. Thank you.
So David, we didn't have any drinks yet. The second comment is that stay away from us and like, don't get too vocal. Alright, so the third medium pacer, who is the backbone of our opening bowlers. This guy is, again, a cricket crazy person. All of these guys, by the way, are cricket maniacs. These guys are going all the way to Australia to represent Canada, leaving their families behind, their kids behind, and all that kind of good stuff. But this guy, he primarily plays in Hamilton Cricket League, has tons and tons of wickets under his belt. He loves to bat, just like me. His main goal, or his main all his life, I've been told he's played for BDCL. But now he plays for Hamilton. So don't know what happened there. But, so he seems to be a popular guy because everybody's telling me to say something about him. And obviously he must have done something throughout his career that everybody seems to know him so well. So like I was saying, just to promote myself a little bit. So his primary role with the team is a bowler. But he loves to bat, and he can bat, just like me. Right? So without further ado, I'd like to call upon Mr. Javed Qureshi to please come up and say a few words.
Thank you everyone for coming and giving me this opportunity to say a few words. I know this table knows me very well. Tim knows me very well. We used to compete. So I started my job playing in CNB. I played for many teams over there, then I went to the Toronto League, then I went to the Hamilton League. So I would say that. I would say that. I don't want to start a debate here, but both players that come from CNB into our league, they're not from the same level as they do over there. Okay? So, anyways, so it's a long journey and now we are here. I'm very proud to be part of this thing. As my brother said, we are a family. We've been together for a few months now. We know each other, we love each other. And one of the best things is it's a very balanced team. We have all-rounders, we have batsmen, we have keepers. So just like the Maple Leaf, I think this Indian team will be surprised, and after the first game, everybody will be looking at us, not any other team. This is our goal, and this is where we go, and at the end, the cup is ours. Thank you very much.
Alright, so the next person who I'd like to call upon is the guy, actually Ms. Ikra Khalid has just arrived, MP of Parliament. So I'll just take a few moments for Ikra to be seated. So Ms. Ikra Khalid, everybody, member of Parliament, huge supporter of our organization, Community Seniors Cricket Association. She has been there since day one with us, supporting every single initiative that we have brought forward to her, to the point where she has started inviting us to some of the meetings as well. I happen to be part of some of those meetings as well, where I had some some questions to ask, and some ideas to give away. So really do appreciate her support all the way. So just so Ikra knows, Ikra, I already introduced half of my team, or almost 75% of my team. They are all 50 years young or over, young. We have a couple players with us who are over 60 years of age, and if I call upon them, if I were to just ask them to stand up, you can move around and see their fitness levels. So Coach K, Mr. Farooq Kirmani, could you please stand up? He is 61 years old. Rohan, he's not here right now, but he's 61 years old as well. Ikra, just by the way, remember that comment that I had about having some activity for seniors? And then the answer that I got was that yes, absolutely, seniors do need activity, but there's an important part that seniors pay to play in grooming the youngsters as well. So Coach K, Mr. Farooq Kirmani, he happens to coach under 19 Canada under 19 team as well. And he is our coach on this tour as well, and he is one of the players as well. So just so you know. So with that, I'd just like to get Mr. Farooq to say a few words of encouragement.
Thank you, guys. First of all, thank you very much for being so patient. Ikra Khalid has joined us. And before I call Ikra, I'm just going to call one person who has been doing a lot of promotions for different things. And regarding cricket, the GT20, one of the best things that happened for community cricket. Lately, this summer, one person, he's the CEO of Universal Promotion, Mr. Amir Shamsi, and he was one of the main pillars for doing the operations for GT20. So with that, I'm going to call Amir Shamsi, and I'm going to call Talal Bhai to present him in his premier. Ask Amir to just say a few words.
Tawbir, thank you very much. Farooq bhai, बहुत सारी तालियां Farooq and the team. Amazing job, Farooq bhai. And the whole team did a great job. And I think this is a new chapter what is opening for this cricket and the promotion and all that. And very soon it's going to go World Cup around the world, I guess. Every city, Australia, Dubai, Pakistan, everywhere. Thank you, sir, and thank you for all the patience you have done. Thank you.
I'm going to ask you to stay here. Without any delay, I'm going to ask MP Ikra Khalid to please come join us and say a few words.
Thank you. Thank you so much for advice. So first and foremost, I have to tell you, मैं Mississauga से बाहर बहुत कम निकलती हूँ. I don't really venture outside of Mississauga much, so it's no surprise that I got lost today coming here. I went to the other side of Finch. And I'm sorry I kept all of you waiting, and really sincere regrets with that. I know how important everybody's time is and the value of time, which is why it means a lot to me when I get the time of great people like all of you that are here today, all of you that contribute, and all of you that play to represent Canada. My dream, one day, and this is something I strongly advocate for, is to have a major revival of cricket in Canada, and for Canada to be a leader in the cricket stage across the world and to be known for our skilled players. And we will develop that platform one day with the great help of all of you. I know that you'll be going to represent Canada in Australia, and that is a fantastic thing. Those Australians love to talk a lot of smack, and I know that all of you are gentlemen out there, which they can, but we'll show them with our talent, most definitely. I look forward to seeing you when you come back. And as I always say, if there's ever anything that I can do to further support you, whether it's for your organization or individually, I'm happy to help. Come by me. I'm pretty accessible. Hana, am I right? I am pretty accessible. Oh, fantastic. So with that, I do have some small tokens of appreciation for the executive. Thank you. Amir Pai is going to be my lovely assistant today. Farooq Kirmani, our coach. You know, आपने दो लोगों का age बता के ना, I think.
Sorry.
Look here, please.
Asad Khan. Asad bhai, are you a batsman? He's an all-rounder. Who's better than Asad bhai? Well, I know this gentleman definitely is not, but his coverage of and then really promotion of cricket is a force to be reckoned with, Mr. Farooq Siddiqui. Thank you. So I think now we're going to see the kits, and I'm very excited about it actually.
Before that, we have a small token of appreciation for you, Ikra Khan. Salam bhai. And there's a lovely bouquet for you, Fagir, our MC for tonight. Fagir, come. I'm just going to ask Ikra to stay here, and I'm going to ask all my, the Cricket Association dignitaries to please come join us on the stage for the unveiling of the kit, which is the moment we are being waiting for. I'm going to also ask Talal bhai is here, Asad bhai. And if you guys didn't notice, on the corner of that table by the exit sign, there's a whole kit bag and all the training kits and everything. It's for display. So you can take a look, and Hassan, you can take a lead for the college cricket for that next time. It's a good idea. Maybe even next time we'll do it. Okay, with that, have all the cameras ready, and there's the kit for the 2018 Over 50 World Cup. Yeah, are you gonna go down? Somebody. That is the moment we've been waiting for, and with that, we're going to ask all the players one by one to come and get their kit, and that will be one of the last items for. And I'm going to ask my dignitaries to stay here for the helping of the kits. Okay. All right, let the pros handle it, please.
All right, so let me call the names one by one, and then you guys can come and collect your kits. Do we have the kits sorted? All right, so can I please have Mahmood Ahmed, please, up on the stage? Not really, but can I get Brian Raj, please? Brian, just wait for a second for a picture. Brian, please, if you could come over. Roy, could you please have Roy collect your kit, please? Rudy, could we please have you up over here as well, please? After Rudy is Coach K. After Coach K is Abhilash Negi. Then we have David. David, can we please have you up? Vishan, can you please have you up as well? Mr. Javed Qureshi. My man Ravi. Rafi, can we please have Rafi? Ullah. Vince, can we please have Vince? Can we please have Shanta? Shanta. Can we have Mr. Adnan Khan, our official scorer, on tour? Not yet, Adnan. Shanta first. And last but not the least, our team manager, Dino. That's all that we had from a kit distribution perspective. Thank you all so much. Dimitri, if you could please be seated. Let me wrap this whole thing up really quickly and then we could have dinner. Oh, there's one more thing that we need to know. Okay, so can I have the entire team please up on the floor? There's a little token of appreciation that Ms. Iqra Khalid needs to give to everybody. So can I please have everybody up on the floor? All the players, I mean, not everybody, but all the players and officials. We have 8 people in the front, the rest of the back. That may help. Come now, guys. Come now.
Everyone, so we can't see the people in the front.
Chip up. Chip up. The seniors cricket team, ladies and gentlemen, over 50.
All right, everyone look here.
Alright, so if you guys don't move after taking this picture, I have one small thing to talk about. So everybody stay where they are.
Keep looking at me.
Until further notice. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so if you guys could please keep seated. Please keep seated. Keep seated. Please keep seated. There's a cake to be cut and there is a ball, a signed ball. So one of the guys who, Casey, one of the guys who is going on to this tournament, Mr. Mahmood Ahmed, his elder brother. So he has a brother in Pakistan who has been very pro Canadian Senior Cricket Association. He has been sponsoring us every single tour that we have done so far. He has sponsored us. He has played with us as well. But his elder brother, he is here, he is based out of Mississauga actually. Ikra, I think you might know him, Ashfaq Bhai. He's here and he has a ball that he signed by all his team members, all his family members actually, not team members, family members. Team members should be definitely. But you'd like to give that ball to the team that's departing for this tournament as a symbol of success. Can you please have that ball? Ashfaq Bhai, please come up and let's give it to Ikram. Such a nice gesture. The support continues from the Emirates. So this is dedicated to the entire team. Keep seated, be seated, guys. Don't move. We have some more stuff to give away. Okay, so we have a little token of appreciation from the kids to the dignitaries, or actually all team members. We'll take a picture with this token of appreciation as well for the team members. It's just a big good luck kind of token. If you let these glasses to me, you can see what's written. Over 50. The wives are excited. They're seeing the chocolate in that cup.
Okay, can I have... I want you all to look here at the camera.
Alright, do we have everyone?
Alright, everyone look here.
Let's take a picture, folks. And please be seated. remain seated.
All right, for a few seconds, please look there. Don't talk.
Excellent. You don't need pictures on yet, okay? Can we get the next item ready, please? You can keep it in your hands. You can keep it in your hands. A knife is being arranged. Intent knife, a knife is being arranged. Alright, so the picture is done. One more thing that they need to do to wrap this whole thing up. Actually, not really, because I still need to introduce a couple more folks from our team. So just one quick thing. So there's a cake that's baked by one of the wives. How are you going to cut this cake? And you have the knife. Howard. What a great send-off, folks. What a great send-off. The ball, the cake, the chocolates.
Can I get a quick picture?
Alright, so it's a wrap, folks. Those who are seated, please stand up and go back to your seats. Actual seats. Thank you so much. Just housekeeping. Some housekeeping announcement. Please be seated to your tables because the food is going to be served on the table. Please be seated. While the food is being brought, I just need to introduce a couple more players and then you just focus on eating. Please be seated, folks. Food is going to be served at your table. Can everybody please be seated? May I have your attention, please? Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? I repeat.
Eddie, say hi.
Folks, food is not going to be served unless everybody is seated. Can you please, everybody, the management.
Nasir bhai, Zabar bhai.
Thank you.
Okay, let me just take a picture of these.
Brian, Asad bhai, please be seated. We can distribute this after.
Hello. Oh, ये बहुत important लोग बैठे हैं यहाँ पे सारे. टोरंटो का मैंने कहा था यहाँ से खाना शुरू करना. लाइव है. सारे भाई क्या कहेंगे लाइव के बारे में आप? आंसर नहीं आ सके. आंसर को बड़ा मिस किया हमने.
आंसर को हमने बहुत मिस किया. अरे मेरे पे कान खोल के जा रहे हैं. उधर चला. आधे आ रहे हो. बस जो खापा ज़्यादा करेगा वो रिकॉर्ड हो जाएगा. तुम्हारे पे ही रख देता हूँ मैं.
If we have Adil, the owner of High Point, please. Adil. So Adil, once again, thank you so much for your hospitality. Just a little token of appreciation from us to you. High Point, one of the best Karhais, actually the best Karhais from GTA. I know Adil from a couple of, actually 3 years ago. So I was saying that I know Adil from about 2 years ago. We discovered the High Point with a shot. We were going back from Yashi's course after practicing, and we were really hungry, so we decided to just stop at the place and check it out. And it was amazing. The words went on and on and on, and so now we have a huge place. So big thank you for the delicious meals that you served with us. Thank you very much to all my friends, customers, supporters, managers. Without your support, I would never be over here. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you, Adil, for opening this up to us. Actually, we do have something else to say. Can we please have that bouquet to give to Adil? Some flowers for you, Adil, some pretty flowers. Just a little bit for you. And then while Ikra is up on stage and Farooq is up on stage, can I actually have a bouquet for Farooq as well? Some pretty flowers for the pretty face. Like I said, let the pros handle it. Alright, so just 3 more introductions. Just not like 3 more players who have different sort of role to play at this tournament. So let's get all 3 of them up here on the floor. So we will talk for a minute each. Let's have Casey, number 9, please have you all on the floor. We have Abhilash, Lexi, we have you up here. And we also have Julie. Up on the floor, please. Alright, so if I can get your attention real quick. So Rudy plays the top level cricket. On the district team. This Spartan, or Spartan, captain of the team. Used to run. Great spin of the ball. Great cricket mindset. Same goes with that with that. Great cricket mindset. Really nice middle order for solid batsman. And really good off spin as well. And then of course, Abhilash. Really good. Next to him, the way he was spinning the ball was running out. Regarding the Great, thank you so much, guys. Alright, so that's the last post on the meeting. Once again, I'd like to thank everybody from different teams to wives, to players, to the host. I'd like to say thank you to everybody, and that's a wrap from my side. My aloha, signing off.
हाँ बस